Hey everybody, welcome back, and we're right in the middle of fall right now, and we're still picking lots of peppers. So let's take a close look and see what's growing on. We went with several different varieties of sweet peppers on the mini side. Now, because they're mini, they can ripen a lot faster. You can grow a lot more, and the abundance. I mean, you can grow seriously pounds and pounds of this stuff. So, this particular variety right here that we're looking at is Eros, I think that's how it's pronounced. Which we got the seeds, I think, from High Mowing. Or Johnny Seeds. Those are the two places we normally buy seeds from. Sustainable Seeds is another one. But they are pretty much at the end of the season. We are probably going to pick our last picking now for ourselves, which we do a lot of different things with in terms of storing it for the winter. We chop them up, put them in bags, and then put them in the freezer. So, but they did really well this year, and we had some pretty high winds that kind of blew a lot of this stuff over, but they'll still grow nevertheless. So let's take a closer look and see what we have going on here. And this is the size, if you can kind of see my hand here. So it's not really big, but there's a lot of it. If you can kind of sort of see all the abundant. Let me get out of the sun here so you guys can see a little bit. And so some of them are as small as this, some of them are as big as this, and that's pretty much as big as they'll get. But they're beautiful. I mean, they're still nice. The flavor is really good, and I got no complaints over it. Unfortunately, not too many people know what to do with peppers, so we're really trying to educate our customers so they can know how to cook with this stuff, you know. And that's the sad part, is like you see all these beautiful peppers, and you know, not too many people know what to do with peppers. So let's take a look at some of the other varieties that we got going. So this particular variety is called Red Roasters, and they're really great for stuffing if you want to. They're a little on the small side, but they're still good. I mean, the nice thing about this is that they're red. It really is a nice vibrant color. And this is more of a smaller one right here. Get another one here. Yeah, and one thing, when you pull these guys off, you can either cut them with some scissors or cutters. Sometimes I'll just pull them off, and if you pull them off, try to go against this bend here, as opposed to trying to pull it down. You're going to end up damaging this whole entire plant. So you want to go up like this, and it snaps right off just like that. But as you can see, these are, and when you pick them late, this is what will happen. See, it's kind of crinkly and maybe even rubbery. These are nice and crisp. Let me see if I can take a bite.
Wow.
Yeah. That's actually really good. Wow.
He doesn't like fresh peppers.
I don't normally eat raw peppers.
It's a personal
I was
issue.
traumatized as a child eating onions and peppers, scrambled eggs, and I didn't like it. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty good. That's actually really good. So that's crispy. When it gets wrinkly like that, that means it's been on the branch too long. And normally this wouldn't happen because we'd be constantly picking, probably picking every couple of days or something like that. But you know, we love this stuff. So let's go take a look at some of the other stuff we got going in the other bed. So in this bed, guys, we are growing all lunchbox varieties, which is red, yellow, and orange. The lunchbox peppers are, again, another sweet variety pepper, but the abundance, again, is amazing. You're going to get a whole lot of production off of these. And the nice thing about lunchboxes and the other ones, right, were the Euros an F1?
Yeah, the Euros are an F1.
The Euros are an F1. So
Lunchboxes are not.
And what I mean by F1 is that it's a hybrid. So the thing with the hybrid is that if you harvest the seeds of a hybrid, you can still produce another pepper, but you don't know what you're going to get, because they put two different breeds together And that's why I'm not too much of a fan of the F1s, is because although you can harvest the seeds, you don't know what you're going to get. So I prefer trying to grow as many heirlooms as possible because I know I can harvest the seeds, and I'm not dependent on paying a really high price for the F1s, and they're getting up there, and that's now. I mean, next year it's going to get really crazy. So, but I mean, look at the, let me see which one. Here's the red one. I mean, look at that, and they're just loaded. Look at that. I mean, this is beautiful. Now, these red lunch boxes, they're on the smaller side. They kind of remind me of a jalapeno size, but they're still good. Beautiful. There's some of the orange ones.
No, those are yellow.
Oh, those are yellow ones?
Yeah. We didn't get very many.
We didn't get too many orange ones, but the other thing is, when it comes to planting these guys, we did a comparison. We planted some in the beds with compost, and then the other ones we planted out in the field with the wood chips. So let's go take a quick look at that, and we'll do a little comparison. So this section we planted directly in the ground around the same time as we did the raised beds, but the biggest advantage of the raised beds is that you had all that rich compost. This was planted directly in the soil. Once I moved the wood chips out of the way, I drilled a hole in with my little hand drill. I put alpaca, maybe some lime in there, and planted it. And they just took a little longer to get established. So we weren't harvesting over here at the same time that we were harvesting in the raised beds. And I want to say it was probably at least 2 weeks apart. So that's 2 weeks of income that we didn't get from these guys because they just took a little bit more time to get established out here. But they still were doing pretty good. I mean, I got no complaints besides that. As far as comparison goes, this is one, and that's about the same size. So they did pretty good, and I think we even grew some Eco-Ecos further down. Let's see if we can find some of those and take a quick look. So these are the Eco-Ecos, which is a really beautiful multicolored pepper. And what I mean by multicolor is that it really changes color throughout the process. Let me see if I can find one. Yeah, that's one that's its beginning stages, so it's basically just your regular green color. And then it starts turning to this color over here, which is kind of like a yellowish whitish color. And then it starts turning more into this kind of color with kind of a mix of the two, of the purples coming in. And then it turns more like that, but I mean, it's a beautiful pepper. I mean, that's gorgeous.
And then the one over there behind.
And then this little guy, he's pretty much fully ripened. Oops, see, that's what happens sometimes when you pull these guys off. Even though I did it the right way, pulling it up, sometimes it's better to use something to cut because I just pulled off some of the foliage. But it doesn't matter at this point, we're at the end of the season. So, but look at that, look at the colors. This particular pepper is called an Escamillo, but it's really big and great for stuffing. The only problem is, again, it takes a long time to get to that ripened color, and then we end up losing some in the process. But it's still a good pepper. I don't think I'm going to grow this one again next year. This one is called, did I already say it? Escamillo? Mm-hmm. And it's an F1. So that's another reason why I'm not going to grow it again, because it's an F1. So F1 seeds are expensive. And I understand it's justifiable, all that kind of stuff, but when you're trying to, at least for me, I prefer to get seeds that I can sustain myself with on the farm, and we can harvest our own seeds, because I don't trust. I shouldn't say trust the F1s. I just think that when you're dependent on buying seeds every single year, it's a little iffy. You have to buy those seeds. But anyway, that's it. We got a lot of work to do. We got to harvest the rest of this stuff. So hope you guys are still growing some stuff out there. I mean, it's fall. You got plenty of time for kale, lettuce. So stay organic, guys. All right, I got out of here. All right, guys, that's it for me. I'm losing my mind. So it's that time of the day. We got to get some work done. All right, see you guys later. Peace out.